Hi everyone, Mike the MC bringing you another video from my channel, and I hope this video finds you well today. This one, I'm going to talk about the idea of having a purpose and how it connects with your idea of love and a healthy relationship and attracting the right people into your life. And I think there's something to be said about that with respect to who you are as a person. And so I'll share with you my context as far as where I'm coming from with this, and maybe that'll help you see where I'm coming from. And so the other day I was just thinking, I can really help my church in the future in the long run. Maybe if I want to be a deacon, that'll be something to consider. And so if I consider that wanting to be some part of my religious faith in the future, okay, if I'm going to attract a partner for me, right, that partner has to respect that value, has to respect that as far as what I want to do growing up. And now the thing is, I'll ask you, do we adjust our values to accommodate the other person because we love them, the compromise, or do we hold on to those values so firmly to say, okay, I want to be nothing but this role in the parish, and if I can't find anyone who fits that, well then so be it, there's no one for me. But then you think, okay, life and intentions, right? Is it luck? Is it fate? Right? What is it that sets the tone for how everything is supposed to be? Let the dice be cast. Okay, if you can't find the person along with you on your journey, okay, maybe there was something for you to really pursue further. Maybe you fell off the track. Maybe you're now on another direction that maybe you were not supposed to go on. Okay, what do you think? Share in the comments. What do you think about when someone is firm on their beliefs and values? Okay, but then what about the other way? When you want to compromise, when you want to say, okay, if we can have this happen in our life at this time, I think we can make this happen with this many kids, the house. We can then proceed with our values. Now I can become this in the parish, in the community. You can go become a teacher. You can go be the judge now. You can become the lawyer because now our kids are graduated now. Now they're out there. They're ready to go and they're strong and can survive on their own. Now you and I can do more for each other, right? And I think there's a bit of timing with respect to relationships that should not be underrated. And I think that is something fun to consider as far as relationships, right? The idea of timing future events. And you're thinking about, what can we do when we are on our, 30th year anniversary? Like, do we have another honeymoon of some kind? Do we want to go and plan a vacation that'll celebrate everything that we've accomplished at this vacation area, this spot? Do we want to go to this place and then be happy and celebrate because we've accomplished so much? And I think time and appreciation helps relationships flourish, and that they can reflect and look at the memories. And that is why when you find the right partner, the right person to come with you on the journey, it makes it all the better. But don't forget, you yourself have some self-love that you need to consider, right? If you haven't found that loving person yet, consider how you love yourself in the morning, in the daytime, later in the evening, right? How do you treat yourself? Do you feel lonely? Do you feel like you want to talk with others when you feel depressed? Do you feel like you want to have more quiet time when you don't want to talk with anybody at all and you think, okay, I'm glad I'm on my own, and you want to find the balance? And I think that is a wonderful thing in relationships, where you're learning more about yourself, learning about, okay, the values of who I am, what stands most important to me, but then how I can bring that into the relationship and talk with my partner, say, okay, I like when I hear that every now and then. Okay, I like it when we spend time together. Or maybe at this time I'm always busy. I may not be the happiest person right now. I'm not a good morning person. I'm not a good night owl. Okay, I need my sleep, right? And so the values come into play with relationships. But I think there's something so beautiful to look at when you're working with others from the counselor perspective for people, that you're trying to figure out ways of trying to help the households, the interventions for healthier activities for the couples, right? You're looking at ways for the couples to flourish and connect. And I think when I look back at the past and I think, okay, now that I've made it this far in life, okay, what is my next stage that I want to accomplish? And where do I want to be in the future? And am I ready for that relationship, right? And if you're not, don't worry. Take a pause and think about what matters most to you. And when you find the right person for you and the values match, that's a wonderful thing. It can happen, right? And the thing is, are you an expert? Am I an expert? That's why we have these videos. That's why we have discussions, right? To share and to talk and discuss. And I think there's more to be said about that, as far as a community of people who want to talk more about what they've gone through. And I think when you and I can share things together in a healthy light about relationships and about where we want to be in the future, I think there is a wonderful chance that communities can heal with more families. And maybe I've always considered that the idea of having more families as a healthier community, but maybe the quality beats the quantity as far as, okay, maybe we did not have as many children, but at least we gave them all the love that we had, the good education, the great opportunities to thrive in sports, being with other kids, that if they grew up in the community, right? The quality is also a key factor when raising families. And I think when you have the ability to support your children, even with fewer resources in your present, that is a beautiful thing to look at. And I think you and I can make a difference for the people in our lives, and to think, okay, who in our family right now needs us? And who needs that conversation right now, the phone call? Who wants us to talk with them in this moment? And how are we going to support them when the time is a burden for them and they need some help because they're struggling, right? Keep your ear open. Listen, look around, see who needs help and support, and you can help your family in different areas with respect to their values. And you yourself can respect your values when you're receptive to what needs to be done at the time, and then elaborating what has to be done for everyone to know, and then maybe everything will come into play. Just many things to consider. But all right, everyone, I hope this video finds you well. Be strong and don't give up on your values. Know that the timing comes into place in relationships, and that it can really nourish the appreciated time you spend with each other, right? Relationships can be beautiful. Yes, there's struggles. Yes, there's hardships. But then when you overcome those hardships and you make it to a wonderful conclusion after each one, that's a wonderful thing to look at, to say, hey, we didn't give up on each other, honey. We stayed true with each other. We made it through, and now we're okay, right? We're okay. But there are times where we have to make the cut from toxic, abusive relationships as well. I'm not saying you can't defend yourself. I'm just saying when you overcome things together, that's something to look at. And so I just hope you all are wondering, what can we do to work with each other in this moment? Do we need help from another person, another family, a couple? And who needs our help right now as far as our family and relationships? And don't give up everything to destroy your family for that other person, because don't forget, raise your kids in a healthy environment, protect your household, and then go and give what you can if you have it. If you have it. Always remember that dynamic as well. All right, everyone. Hope this video finds you well today. Be strong, courageous, know your values, and appreciate the time spent with people in relationships, and you will become an awesome, genuine person in the process. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a good one.